right. All right. That's the 76ers that we all know and love. There they are. There they are. You know, game one, you lost by 1 million. It was simple. I expected you to lose by 1 million. You lost by 1 million. You go and you win game two, and you make me believe. You make me believe. Why? Why? Why do I keep taking back this abusive ex? Why? I know the same thing is going to happen. But you make me believe. And you fight the whole game. And then you just pull the biggest, most 76ers final couple of minutes that anyone could ever expect. It's almost like it was planned. It's almost like being a fan of this team is one big troll, and we're on the Truman Show. Like, you can't write shit better than this, man. Sixers Postgame Live on Run It Back Philly is brought to you by our friends at Bright Medical Technology. Bright Medical Technology, Pennsylvania's largest medical supplier and pharmacy. What do they specialize in? They specialize in ambulatory aids like walkers and wheelchairs, oral nutrition, tube feeding supplies, diabetic shoes and glucose monitors, incontinence supplies and catheters, breathing medications, nebulizers, inhalers, spacers. Bright Medical accepts most insurances, services patients of all ages, and delivers anywhere in Pennsylvania, either by hand delivery or by UPS. Bright Medical staff speaks 15 languages, and you always speak to a real person, never an automated system. If you need any medical supplies, just call Bright Medical, and don't forget to mention Run It Back Philly. Go to brightmedi.com or call 215-725-MEDS. That's 215-725-6337. 400 people in here right now, only 38 likes. Let's get the likes up, just to make me feel better about how they lost that game. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, all that stuff. There is not a more 76ers way to lose a game than to be down by 3 with 30 seconds left. You need one stop. You get that one stop. And you give up an offensive rebound to Derek White in traffic. And he kicks it out to Jason Tatum for 3. And everybody in the sports world knew it was going in. Even people that weren't watching this game knew that was going in. Some old lady on the other side of the world in a coffee shop to her friend was like, something tells me Jason Tatum's shooting a 3 right now, and it's definitely going in. You just couldn't get a stop towards the end, man. And it's just so Sixers to give up that offensive rebound and give up a second chance 3 in crunch time. It really is. It really is so 76ers. There was another one down the stretch where they played great defense the whole damn possession, and freaking little midget Peyton Pritchard hits a sidestep 3 at the shot clock buzzer. On the other end, Maxey went ice cold at the end. 3 straight missed field goals, 5 straight missed threes at the end of the game. And the real story is that the 76ers, they don't have enough. For example, like what I just said, you can shut down everyone on the Celtics team, and Peyton Pritchard has the ability to hit a sidestep 3. The 76ers, they have Tyrese Maxey. They have VJ Edgecombe, but he's 20 years old. You knew he was going to be inconsistent. You knew he wasn't going to shoot like he shot in game 2. He couldn't buy a shot from 3. I love everything he did in the game, But the 76ers, as far as offensive stars, as far as offensive leaders, as far as guys that are going to take you somewhere, they have Tyrese Maxey. And he's great, and he was great in this game, but he went cold down the stretch. And what I'm saying is, that's it. When you only have one guy that can lead you somewhere, if he goes cold down the stretch, the game is over. Celtics have Jason Tatum. If he goes cold, they got Jaylen Brown. If he goes cold, they got Peyton Pritchard. If he goes cold, they got Derek White. If he goes cold, they got 6'7" Theo Vaughn. Fucking Baylor Shireman. I still don't know where the hell he came from. Bombing threes in the first half. They just have too many options, and the Sixers don't have enough options, man. And that's really the story of how the game ended. Maxey went cold, and you don't have other options, man. Paul George, let's call it what it is. He's a $50 million role player. He's not going to lead you anywhere. What can he do? You know? I thought they went away from the momentum at the end, but Maxey missed a couple in a row, but I still think the decision, like Maxey missed two at the end, two prayers at the end, right? So if we don't count those, he had 3 straight missed threes. I still think they went away from Tyrese Maxey at the end of the game, and they went away from VJ Edgecombe at the end of the game. And I don't think you can do that. I think you have to live or die with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. You have to live or die with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. And Nick Nurse, for some reason, was like, hey, the Celtics are bombing threes. We can't get a stop. Let's go 1985 ball and spam Paul George, Andre Drummond pick and rolls for the rest of the game. Let's do that. You know what I mean? I understand the strategy from one angle. Nikola Vucevic can't defend anybody. So you're getting him in pick and rolls, and it worked 3 times in a row. The problem is it's 2026. Then you're taking the whole damn shot clock to get 2 points while the Boston Celtics are shooting threes. Nick Nurse, I know you're a smart guy. He's a musician. He plays instruments. I'm sure there's math involved in that. You gotta be able to know that you're going to lose the game if you suddenly go 1985 ball, running pick and rolls, running the whole shot clock out to get 2-point field goals when the Celtics are shooting threes on the other end. That shit pissed me the fuck off, dude. It worked the first time. Cool. It worked the second time. Cool. But the Celtics are hitting threes on the other side. This is basic math. And they ran it again. And it worked again. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 2. Come on, bro. Come on, man. So I think Nick Nurse lost the game with that strategy because I think it was stupid. Maxey went ice cold at the end. VJ Edgecombe couldn't buy a jump shot the whole game, basically. But I still think you got to live and die with Maxey. I don't think you go 1985 ball Paul George pick and roll with Andre Drummond in crunch time. Give me a fucking break, dude. Come on, man. I got to commend the 76ers, man. They've been playing hard. You know, ever since the first game where they got blown out, they've been playing hard. They've been playing good team defense. They've been moving the ball on offense. They've looked competitive in 2 games now. They folded in crunch time in this one, but they've looked competitive in 2 games now. I expected them to get slaughtered in this series. After game 1, I was like, this is a sweep. Why even watch game 2? So I commend them for their fight in game 2 to win that one. I commend them for their fight in this one to be competitive. But at the end of the day, you're going to need Tyrese Maxey to be lights out from start to finish if you want to win. And the Boston Celtics have 3, 4, or 5 go-to options, realistically. And that's going to be the difference in the series. Tyrese Maxey is not Superman, you know. He had an amazing run in the third quarter, I believe. He had a couple of great runs, man. There were so many good moments in the game. But the 76ers, They don't have enough, man. We'll go through my notes here and just see what's going on, man. Jaylen Brown elbows Paul George in the balls in the first half. The NBA rules that a common foul. Somehow you watch a replay in super slow motion of a guy going like this to another man's man region. How's that a common foul? James Harden got ejected from a playoff game a couple of years ago. Remember that? For hitting somebody there with like a swim move, with like a sweep through move. He got ejected from the game. Jaylen elbow Brown every single time he dribbles the ball, bro. Every single time he dribbles the ball. This guy, bro. He got called for an offensive foul in the first quarter. I like that. But that's a flagrant foul, one at least. I don't know how that's a common foul. Anyway, what else I got on here, man? Yeah, the first half they were just missing mad shots, man. Let's look at the stats. The Sixers, you know, they couldn't buy a three in the first half. I'm pretty sure they shot 20% from three in the first half, and that probably ends up being, you know, most of the game. 22% in the first quarter, 40 in the second, but they were 4 for 14 in the first half from three, and the Celtics were, of course, shooting the lights out. The Celtics shot 42% from three overall. The Sixers shot 34%. They got up 35 threes, and the Celtics got up 47. It's going to be the story of the game, bro. Like, it's 2026. Teams shoot 53-pointers a game. You're not going to win a game shooting 35 threes. You're not going to win a game running 1985 pick and rolls for 2-pointers all game, especially in crunch time when the other team's hitting threes. But this is basic math. You shot 35 threes at 35%. The Boston Celtics shot 47 threes at 42%. You're just not going to win a game. You're not going to win a playoff series if you're not playing 2026 NBA basketball. And the 76ers aren't playing 2026 NBA basketball because they don't have shooters. You know? At the end of the day, they don't have shooters. Yeah, it's fun when Andre Drummond hits a corner three. Yeah, the crowd loves it. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, it's fun when Kelly Oubre hits a three. But you're looking at Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Baylor Shireman, who's the other white guy out there? Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Vucevic. Brother, they got 9 fucking three-point shooters. 9 of them. It's 2026 basketball. You're not going to win a series when you're shooting 12 less threes than a team at 35% versus 42. I think that's my first take. Did the Sixers shoot better from three in the second half? 45 in the third quarter and 30 in the fourth. The fourth quarter, they scored. Let's see how bad the fourth quarter was. The fourth quarter, it was 29-26. They weren't that bad, but the end, I feel like the end of the fourth quarter was terrible. I feel like the end of the fourth quarter was terrible, and everybody missed everything, and Tyrese Maxey went ice cold, finished the game 12 for 31, 5 for 13 from three, a 48% true shooting percentage. That is not good. Paul George, a $52 million role player. You can't be mad at him. He gave you 18 points, 7 for 14 from the field, 4 for 7 from three. But he's just not a guy anymore that's going to, you know, he's not a go-to guy anymore. You see him trying to ISO Jaylen Brown. You see him trying to ISO Jason Tatum. He can't get around these guys, you know. And he made some tough plays. He made some nice plays. But they have 2 superstars and a bunch of shooters. The Sixers have 1 superstar and a guy who used to be a superstar and a 20-year-old rookie, you know? Like, that's just the reality of the situation, man. It's just the reality of the situation. VJ Edgecombe, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 for 17 from the field. That's a whopping 29% and 0 for 7 from three. And, man, he couldn't buy a three, man. He couldn't buy one. I think his last three-point attempt was an air ball. And, that, you know, this is what I meant. You know, it's nice what he's doing. It's amazing what he's doing. But you're not going anywhere if you're relying on a 20-year-old rookie. You're not going anywhere if you're relying on a 20-year-old rookie, man. We just gotta keep it real, man. Kelly Oubre I thought he was awesome in this game, man. So many times the Celtics could have went on a run and Kelly Oubre was the run stopper. He would just go get a tough bucket. I thought Kelly Oubre was awesome in this game. Andre Drummond gave you 12 and 6. He was a minus 17. I didn't really realize that, but I didn't hate what Andre Drummond did in this game either. There was some really nice defensive plays from Andre Drummond in a lot of big moments in the game. Dembona, I thought he was awesome. I really did. And I know he had some bad fouls at the end. It's just, you're going to live with that from a Dembona. There's the play where he fouls Tatum with the shot clock running down, and Tyrese Maxey was literally slapping him. He was so mad at him, That's a Dembona. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's out there trying to get a steal. Why are you out there trying to get a steal, bro? Back the fuck up and play defense. But for the most part, I thought he was awesome, man. His energy was electric. He's blocking shots with his head at the rim. He's fighting. He's playing physical. He's giving it his all, man. There's nothing. I can't say anything bad about a Dembona. He's not supposed to be in this situation. He's a second-round pick 2 years ago. He's not supposed to be a starting center in a playoff game. He's supposed to be still developing. How old is he? 21? So I liked his fight. Quentin Grimes, 2 points in 15 minutes, and I got to be honest with you guys. I like what the Sixers are doing with Quentin Grimes, which is put him out there, let him play defense, and don't give him the ball on the offensive side. Don't give him the ball. Now, I don't know how Grimes is going to go try to get that $25 million that he thought he was worth when you're getting 15 minutes in playoff games. Yeah, let's look at Boston's stats, man. Jason Tatum, 25, 4, and 7. Hits a dagger 3 off of an offensive rebound. Off of an Achilles tear. It's just outrageous what the guy's doing. Jaylen Brown, 25, 7, and 4. Peyton Pritchard, 15. But, man, he had that big 3 in the fourth quarter with the shot clock running down. Man, we just couldn't get a damn stop, man. Just couldn't get a stop when it mattered and went ice cold down the stretch. And that was the 76ers' only shot at this, man. That was really the 76ers' only shot at this. If they could have won this one, I think the series would have seriously had a chance to be in the 76ers' favor. But, realistically, they're not winning this series. We knew they weren't winning this series before they started playing this series. They stole one in Boston, and that's probably it, man. That's probably it. They stole one in Boston, and that's probably it, man. Grimes can take his boot scooting ass back to Texas. Yeah. Stop saying he's a rookie. That's not an excuse anymore. What? Do you understand how much sense that does not make? Just that first sentence, bro. Stop saying he's just a rookie. That's not an excuse anymore. Yes, it literally is. A 20-year-old player in the playoffs. An NBA team does not rely on a 20-year-old player in the playoffs. 20-year-old players come off the bench in the playoffs. Or 20-year-old players don't even play in the playoffs. They're not ready to play in the playoffs. You need seasoned NBA veterans who can bring you consistency in a playoff series, who aren't going to waver back and forth. You can see it from VJ Edgecombe. His shot was not going in. He lost confidence. He started passing up open ones. He's 20 years old. Yes, it literally is an excuse. I mean, if you're going to sit here and be like, we lost because the damn rookie who never played in the NBA before didn't put the team on his back against the best team in the East. The 20-year-old rookie didn't put the team on his back against two veteran superstars and a supporting cast that dominated basically this NBA season in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. VJ Edgecombe needs to step up at 20 years old and dominate. You're absolutely right. Let's see. So when Magic Johnson as a rookie beats... Hey, man, listen. Thank you guys for the entertainment. Magic Johnson was 6'11", and he played in the NBA Finals as a rookie because Kareem got injured, and they put him at center. Magic Johnson was playing center in the 80s in the NBA Finals. That is so far from what we're talking about that I can't even spend any more time on that. What else we got, man? I didn't see Paul George touch the ball in the first quarter. Yeah, I just don't care, man. It doesn't matter. They don't have enough. They don't have enough to beat this Celtics team, man. It is what it is, bro. Sean Williams be tripping off of something stronger than any of us had stumbled across on a Friday night. Surprised Pierce doesn't have even nearly as many playoff points as JB or JT. What? Who gives a fuck? What? You're in the chat talking about who has more points in the playoffs? Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, or Paul Pierce? Who gives a shit, man? Grimes needs to be the guy who can get key threes and finish with 9-10 points. Exactly. Peyton Pritchard type play. Exactly. So not only do you not have enough on in your starting lineup, who's on your bench? Who's on your bench? Grimes and Justin Edwards? What did they give you? What did they give you, man? 2 points? Justin Edwards had 0. Grimes had 2. Yeah. Who scores off the bench for the 76ers, bro? Nobody. But look at the roster. Is there an offensive spark type of guard on the roster? We thought it was Quentin Grimes. It's not Quentin Grimes. You know? So they don't have enough. They don't have enough, man. OKC has such a player. Yeah, I don't think Jared McCain's making a difference in this series. Jared McCain's not really getting any playoff minutes for OKC right now either. Paul George's ass, James Harden was a lot better and could win some games. Oh my God, bro. All right, I'm going over to Twitter to see if I can get some takes from Twitter because the takes in the chat are fucking horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Chat tonight gets a 0 out of 10 so far. I'll give you guys a chance to redeem yourselves, but you're at a 0 out of 10 so far, dude. This is an unbelievable choke job by the chat right now. After a choke job by the 76ers, an absolute choke job by the chat on Run It Back Philly. Let's see what we can come up with here, man. Let's see. Jason Tatum clutch. Do I want to see it? Do I want to see? Oh, they didn't show the rebound. You didn't show the rebound. Yeah, you knew it was going in. I mean, it's right over a Dembona, man. Most playoff points in Celtic history. Don't give a shit. Yeah. Is this all we're gonna get on Twitter? Is the Jason Tatum shot? Unfortunately, this is the reason we lost. No, it's not, bro. The Sixers don't have enough. You can't blame VJ Edgecombe. What else we got, man? Sixers had a great game plan. They forced the Celtics into 17 turnovers. They limited the offensive rebound difference to just 2. They dominated the paint points 42-26. They limited Celtics fast break points to 5. Celtics live and die by the 3. Tonight they lived. That's 2026 basketball. Congratulations on dominating the paint points. That's 2 points. You're playing a team that shoots 53s a game. 50. Yeah, they died by the 3 in game 2. They shot 20%. We knew that wasn't going to happen again. You have to match their 3-point shooting, and the 76ers can't do that. They can't match the Celtics' 3-point shooting, so what do we really expect here, man? Let's see. Let's see. Quentin Grimes on Tatum's impact on the Celtics during the series. I don't give a damn about that. Who the hell's interviewing Quentin Grimes, man? What did RB say? That was 9 hours ago. Come on, man. Let's see. Sixers reporters, maybe, man. All I ask is this for this series to give us a best-of-3 series in games 5 and 7. What? Here's some Nick Nurse quotes from the postgame. Here we go. They ended up with 15 offensive rebounds for the game. It was a pretty tough rebounding game both ways. They just happened to capitalize a little bit more. What did they have? 22 points off a second chance. We had 17. That's probably enough for the difference. Yeah. What can we really say? They don't have enough. Like, that should have been the whole postgame show. Sixers don't have enough. They don't. Crushing Sixers lost. Felt they were a player or two short and frankly reliant on a rookie who didn't have it going tonight. Rebounding killed them. Exactly. I think that's probably it, guys. I think that's probably it, man. I think I'm going to keep this one short. Yeah. It's over. It's done. It's okay. We knew they weren't going to win the series anyway. They gave us game 2 hope. They gave us hope after stealing a game in Boston on a ridiculous VJ Edgecombe 30-10 game. Take some calls. No, I don't really want to. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to talk about it. What's there to talk about? They don't have enough. Celtics have 7 good players. Sixers have 2, and 1's a rookie. They don't have enough. What's there to talk about? I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys, if you were wanting to call the show. I don't want to do that. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say it's hard doing this as a fan, you know? If I was just a sports reporter that got hired in a city that I don't really root for, I could just report on the team and be less emotionally connected. Yeah, they're done. They're done. It's not over? Bro, it's over, man. Stop. They don't have enough. When the Celtics can go to their 6th best player to hit dagger threes, we don't have enough. They don't have enough. Sixers may have lost, but my ears still won because I didn't need to listen to Kate Scott. Hey, shout out to the Amazon broadcast, man. The Hornets announcers, dude, that's an awesome hire. That's an awesome hire, man. This game was close even with our lack of firepower. Acting like we have 0 chance is a sad sack. We have 0 chance, man. We have 0 chance, bro. We gotta be realistic about it, man. Whenever DJ talks bad about the Sixers, the opposite usually happens. That's true. That is true. Hey, there was a rumor that Joel Embiid was going to try to play in this one. There was a rumor that Joel Embiid was going to try to play in this one. And so maybe Joel Embiid comes back. Where is Barlow? Doesn't matter. Not good enough. It doesn't matter. Not good enough. He can't shoot. This is what we're realizing. We watched the whole regular season, and you see some players like Barlow and Walker. Remember, and I'm the one who people say, "Why are you always so negative?" Remember, Jabari Walker's like 30-point game or whatever against the fucking Brooklyn Nets, and Sixers reporters were talking about like, Jabari Walker should be a bigger part of the rotation with how he's playing and blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, shut up, bro. Shut up. Please watch the rest of the NBA. Nobody's playing Jabari Walker. Nobody's playing Dominic Barlow, man. Please watch the rest of the NBA. These are two-way G League players. Please watch the rest of the NBA, man. Watch the Atlanta Hawks right now. Watch the Minnesota Timberwolves right now. Watch a lot of teams, bro. They got a lot of good defenders. They got a lot of good shooters. They got a lot of good rebounders. Please watch the rest of the NBA, bro. Dominic Barlow is not making a difference against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. The roster's ass. Like, let's call it what it is. Gave all the money to Paul George and signed a bunch of buyouts, man. I can't believe our team is constructed of non-rebounders and shooters. Oh, man. If they didn't collapse two to three defenders on every single drive to the basket, they would have. But they have to. You have to. Because it's Jaylen Brown. Leave him one-on-one. See what happens. Leave Jaylen Brown one-on-one. See what happens. He's driving right through you to the rim. Leave Jason Tatum one-on-one. See what happens. He's scoring. Leave Derek White one-on-one. He's scoring. You have to. If we lose this series, we should sell Embiid, try to get the most out of him before he expires completely. Isn't he expired completely, though? You know what I mean? Isn't he already expired completely? I mean, you thought you finally got him to the playoffs healthy, and he got pancreatic cancer or whatever. And I'm just kidding on the chat, man. You guys are great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always coming through and contributing to the show. Give them credit for fighting. At least it was close. That's all we can ask for. We knew they weren't doing anything. Exactly. Exactly. Thorough Polo with a level-headed take here. Exactly. We knew they weren't winning. I got delusional off of game 2, so I'm downstairs standing up in my living room yelling. And I threw my hat across the room when they gave up that offensive rebound to Derek White. I should not have had any expectations. If we played Barlow and Grimes more, we could have pulled off this win. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Thank you for the super chat, Jesse Bailey. You didn't put a comment, though. How can you say that when the game was within reach? It wasn't. You saw it. You saw it happen. Rage bait. You'll be delusional after game 4 as well? You think they win game 4? Think they win game 4? Who thinks they win game 4? It literally was, are you slow? I mean, it was within reach, like, scoring-wise. Like, the score on the screen. But as you saw, the Boston Celtics have 5 or 6 scoring options. The 76ers had 1. They couldn't get a stop because there's too many guys. Guard Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum's open. Guard both of those guys, Peyton Pritchard for 3. Guard Peyton Pritchard. Baylor Shireman for 3. Guard him too. Derek White for 3. Guard him too. Sam Hauser for 3. You guys think Embiid's coming back for game 4? Pritchard is ass. Stop leaving him open. Pritchard is ass. Stop leaving him open. That doesn't make any sense at all. If he's ass, why do you have to guard him? If he's ass, you can leave him open. Didn't he win 6th man of the year? Doesn't he have multiple 30-point games this season off the bench? Come on, guys. Please watch NBA games. Boston hit a lot of threes, but it came down to the wire. The offensive rebounds killed us. Yeah, and they're always going to kill us, man. The offensive rebounds are always going to kill us. That's how the Sixers are, man. He can't create one-on-one. Peyton Pritchard can't create one-on-one? Oh my God, dude. Peyton Pritchard can't create one-on-one. Derek White can't create one-on-one. Yeah, you guys don't watch hoops, bro. You guys just don't watch hoops, straight up. You guys don't watch hoops. It's okay. It's all right. You tune in for Sixers games, and then after the Sixers game, you go watch Monday Night Football, and you watch hockey, and you watch whatever else. You don't watch hoops if you're sitting here telling me Peyton Pritchard can't create one-on-one and Derek White can't create one-on-one. You just don't watch hoops if you're saying that. It's okay, but you don't. That's all I got, man. It's a wrap. It's over. PG kept us afloat. If he doesn't absorb all his Space Jam juice early and Maxey be aggressive early, they swap spurts. We win this one. If he doesn't absorb all his Space Jam juice early and Maxey be aggressive early, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Hey, if you guys are going to keep super chatting, I'll stay up here. If you keep super chatting, I'll stay up here all night. Yeah, they try to save Maxey for the second half. Definitely feels like that. You know, he's not very involved in the first quarter, first 2 quarters. But I don't know if that really makes a difference. You think if they go Maxey in the first half and then they go Paul George in the second half, the game's going to be different? Celtics have too much, man. You know who also doesn't watch hoops? The 76ers front office. Oh, man. I expected a sweep, so I'm impressed. Hey. True. I'm impressed, too. That's a great take. That's a great take. I'm impressed, too. That's a great take. Especially after game 1. They lost by 1 million. That's a great take. They're showing some fight in a series they have no business being in. They're showing some fight. I got to give them that. But now let's just lose it and fire the coach. Let's just lose it and fire the coach and fire the GM, man. Let's do that, man. Let's just lose it. Fire the coach, fire the GM. New GM comes in and tries to get rid of the Joel Embiid contract and trades Paul George and tries to rebuild the roster around Maxey and VJ. Actually give us a 2026 NBA roster, you know? Actually give us some wing defenders, you know, Jonathan Kuminga types. Why can't we get those guys? Why can't we get the Jonathan Kuminga types? You know? Actually give us some guys that can rebound. Dyson Daniels types. Why can't we get those types, man? That's what's going to happen. Shout out Jesse Bailey. Look how the momentum was going. PG got burnt out the end. Maxey just chucking up shots at the end. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Paul George is burnt out. He's 35 years old. Maxey had to chuck up shots at the end because time was running down and we were down by 8. 31 shot attempts by Maxey for 31 points. Keep it up. Well, it's me, Anthony J. Oh, you're a Celtics fan. That's what the green and white hearts are. 31 shot attempts for 31 points. Keep it up. Do you know what happens? Let's do this. Let's do this. What would the score of this game had been if Tyrese Maxey wasn't there? Answer me in the chat. If no Tyrese Maxey, just the 76ers with Paul George, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, Adem Bona, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards, what would the score of this game have been with no Tyrese Maxey? 108 to 88? You're smoking crack, bro. You're smoking meth. Smoking crack, bro. It would have been a 60-point blowout. You got to understand momentum and runs and, like, creating offense. The Sixers would hardly even be able to score a point against the Celtics team if Tyrese Maxey wasn't out there. It's not just you delete Tyrese Maxey's 31 points and that's the difference. That's not how it works. They're not even hardly scoring without Tyrese Maxey out there. Come on, man. 157 to 79, exactly. Nurse just needs to switch his defensive schemes because against the Celtics, that's the worst team to do that against with their 3 volumes. For Nick Nurse to switch his defensive schemes, he would have to switch his roster. It's not a good roster. There's nothing you can do. Andre Drummond can't get out to the three-point line. Adem Bona can't get out to the three-point line. Maxey's undersized. What can you do? What can you switch scheme-wise? What can you switch scheme-wise? Our true problem is rebounding. Also a roster issue, I believe. Also a roster issue. Lakers Rockets tied with 0.9 seconds. All right, I got to go watch the end of that one. I got to go watch that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for contributing to the show. I need to call. I'm over the process. All right, brother. We'll if they lose, when they lose this series, we'll open up the phone lines, all right? I'm sorry for being negative, guys. I'm sorry for being angry. I'm sorry for being grumpy. I'm sorry for yelling at you in the chat. This team pisses me off.